'cause baby, you've got it all wrong. Just how long did you think that you could fake it? Can't hold on, we already started breaking. I'm not yours, so stop acting like you own me. I know me, no, you're never gonna show me. I'm so beyond being hurt and heartbroken. I'm too far gone, I just can't even hold on. No, I know I should have stopped it when I noticed your eyes. Look at how they lie. Your eyes, they lie.
Does anyone want to do a recap, or shall I?
Do it.
What's
Please
that, Emily?
do it.
You want to do it?
No,
Did
I
you
said
volunteer?
do it. That was me touching my nose and throwing the bag at you.
All right. So I'll give you a quick recap of last week's episode. I highly recommend, I know it's long. We ran 5 hours last week. I put it up in 2 parts on YouTube, or you can watch the VOD here. And just remember, if you need to take a break, please do it. Last week's episode was the crew waking up from cryo sleep, interacting with each other, trying to figure out where they were. They should have been landing in Sutter's world or coming up towards Sutter's world, when all of a sudden Mother, the computer for the ship, starts blaring out alarms at everyone that they're about to collide with something. Our pilot over there decides, hey, I could fly this, no problem. I just need to take a couple of Tylenol and pop 2 pills, went up to the command and hit the throttle and yanked back on the stick, flying the ship, and just barely missed hitting an unknown object. They went back and forth. A lot of stress was happening. I mean, food was being thrown on the floor for some reason. I mean, Shalale took a lot of time to cook that. I don't know why. I must have really just not agreed with someone. I don't want to say who, Druid. But, you know, and then a notebook with some weird addresses and contact information was found. Some shenanigans on the computer, and some deals were being made. You know, just it was really interesting what was happening there. Anyways, Druid decides, hey, you know what? I'm the pilot. And my radar, now that I'm looking at it, says there is something behind me. I'm going to turn the ship around. Computer starts fritzing out there. They go and call Rye to come up here, fix it. And like every computer tech knows, the best way to fix it, you hit it with a hammer. So, you know, a little love tap. And all of a sudden, the computer was working just fine. Where the ship said it was actually somewhere else. So everything is good. Well, guess what? We're starting to fly back at this, and it's going really slow. Really, really slow. And for some reason, it's going too slow. Like, they're not catching up at all. So, yet again, our illustrious pilot decides, well, let me just hit the speed a little bit more. Just a tad bit. And goes up to almost light speed. And goes flying straight ahead. But luckily, because that was so dangerous, just got up and walked away. Like, left the captain standing there on the deck, got up out of the chair and left while the ship is flying in a straight line towards, they don't know. Our company agent, in the meantime, is making a deal with the captain, which was really, really interesting because it pretty much was the, hey, I know what's out here. I'll give you a contract for $10 million if we go on and we do a salvage operation. We get some materials off there and we take it back to Earth. That's on top of whatever bonus, because, you know, we're carrying all this tritium in the back, and that's worth a lot of money. So all of this, and the captain's in debt, so they're making these deals here. guess what? They're not talking to the rest of the crew. So the captain, in a moment of just like, okay, well, let me look at this contract. And while they're looking at this contract, while she's reading it, the alarms go off again because, the pilot comes back and has minty fresh breath for some reason. Just absolutely minty fresh, strapped in the chair. We've got people that are buckled in there, but, our company agent and the captain weren't in there. So she agrees to the contract, doesn't even finish going through it, rushes in there just as somebody pops the cherry poppers. The emergency brakes on the Montero, which stops all forward momentum. We got people flying now, just everything that is not set down or tied down because you went from something like 3 Gs down to nothing in a short amount of time. The pilot's fine. She's strapped in. Our 2 roughnecks, Ryan Cham, they're strapped in. Wilson just barely is able to hold on to some webbing as his feet fly out from under him. And Captain Miller is just barely able to hold on to the chair that the pilot Davis is on. Otherwise, she would have gone head first into some really, really bad metal cabinets and computers that were right there. That would not have been good. They finally get there, and everybody is like, oh, we made it. They look out they open up the shutters to look outside the ship, and they see that they are mere, I dare say, probably, I think we figured out it was less than a yard away from crashing into an unknown ship. Some magic piloting skills, just beautiful rolls, frankly, with all the stress that had been going on, rolled perfectly on that just enough to do that, stop the ship, and keep up with it. And it was just, everyone was on edge at that point. They decide, hey, you know what? We have this ship. We've got a company agent who's telling us we should go on there. The captain's telling us that we should do that. And the captain's going to stay here with the pilot. Everybody else is going to go get ready and go over to the ship. So they've spent some time downstairs. We're checking the cargo. We're getting equipment. And then we decide, hey, let's take a shuttle over to this other ship that's still moving very slowly, but it's still moving. So we're going to take this shuttle over, and that's where we stopped for the night. So they are literally outside both ships with the shuttle called the Daisy. That's the name of the shuttle. And we have our company agent and both roughnecks in there while the pilot and the captain are staying aboard the ship doing we don't know what. But when we're going to start with them, because as the roughnecks and the agent are flying over, we've got a couple of minutes happening. We've got to see what's going on with the two of them. So I'm going to go over and Captain, oh, Captain.
Well, there. All right, so they're flying over, right? Oh, where are we?
They
On the
are
title
flying.
page.
Real quick, my Discord's acting up. I'm going to close it and reopen it. I'll be right back.
Sounds good, Stormy. Thank you.
Is everyone else
Okay.
seeing the title rather than the ship right now, or is it
Wait.
just me?
What? OBS is acting up?
No,
No.
yeah, the
It's
Foundry.
just showing the aliens role playing thing, but we can't see the ship.
We're on the
Well,
landing
actually,
page in
you. This is when you're looking outside. You're really close to it, but this is the Kronos,
Oh,
I see.
and I'm going to switch over so the stream can also see the ship. But this is the actual Kronos that you are in front of.
Neato.
Ooh. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, cool.
So ignore the
Oh, wow.
spacewalk because that hasn't happened yet.
That's on that.
In event.
And
But,
if I remember correctly, this ship is actually smaller than our ship, correct?
Correct.
By a
This is
third-
about a
it's
third
about
of
a
the
third of the
yeah, it's about a
size.
third. That is correct.
I know my ship.
All right. So what would you like to say? You're there with your pilot who just did some incredible flying.
Incredible, yes. Oh no, I have to remember I was English, not pirate. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I'm
Not
Why did
not
you pick an
Minnesota, eh?
accent?
Not so much. I probably should have tried this right before because now I'm just a pirate. The last. We'll work on this as we go. How's it looking out there?
Now, you do have communications to your crew who are on the Daisy flying over. There is ship-to-ship communications available.
Yes. Because of the concussion I almost had. What is everyone's names again?
So your roughnecks are Cham
Rye.
and Rye,
Okay.
and then Wilson is your agent,
Perfect.
and then you know Davis with you.
Not my agent.
The government
He-
agent.
He
Yeah.
does
So,
represent the company on your ship.
English.
quick
I think I
question.
found it. All right. Nope, that's still pirate. It's fine. Rye, come in.
Yeah, boss.
How's it looking out there?
Like my insides right now, dead.
That sounds about right.
We got an estimate. Cham, what's the estimate you think we got of actually hooking up?
We're at the door, so we just need to get in and get everything started up. I can't estimate unless we can't make an estimate unless we actually see what's inside.
Davis, how's it looking from your standpoint? How's radar?
I'll check the radar. How we
Davis?
looking?
So your radar shows you neck and neck with the ship in front of you. It's one giant blob on your radar.
All right. We're looking good on the radar.
All right, let me know when you're in. And remember, secure everything. We don't know what's on that ship. And it's a big payout, so don't harm anything, including the agent. Let me know when you're on. Davis, keep an eye on things. And remember, we want to see how the seal is. We want to attach ships so we can get things across much easier than you flying it by.
Yar,
That's
Captain.
I can have it.
That's much appreciated. I appreciate that so much. I think that our priority should be attaching the umbilical. Is that our plan? I want to just clarify that we're trying to make sure that we get a safe connect between these two ships. Yes.
Your insight has been so helpful. Please let the professionals work. Stay
Of
off
course.
comms.
I will step out of your way.
We'll see.
I hope he does. And that's
Rye,
over the
you got
intercom,
that? Yes.
by the way.
All right. Davis, are you doing anything?
Just pumped. Keeping, just trying to keep with the other ship, just vibing away, just riding the high, living life right now.
I reach over and just put a hand on her shoulder, just reminding her. Jeez, I'm there.
I forgot you were there, to be
Oh.
honest.
Yeah.
Remember, you still got a twitch.
Yes. I forgot about the Twitch. I forgot you were there.
Focus, please, Davis.
I am quite focused. Feeling great.
Hmm.
Still a little
I can
stressed,
feel
but
that.
feeling great. Ready to make some money?
Oh, so much.
So,
do you-
Cham, is there anything that I could do to support you in
So,
once we get aboard the other ship? I'm sorry. Did I jump the gun?
yep. Hold on, Storm.
My bad.
All right. So Davis and Wilson or Miller, anything else on your side?
Just want to check in. The money's great, but we have to survive to use it. So, what do you need to stay focused, Davis? Because once we're connected, I am headed over there. And I really need you to do your job while I do.
I think I'm good this very second.
What do you need to be good later on?
You are not gonna like my answer.
Just do whatever you need to do. This is a big payout.
I'm gonna need my prescription refilled. I pull out my empty pill bottle,
I'll take
shake it.
I'll snatch it. I will keep an eye out when I'm over there.
It is
Stay
prescribed.
focused. I'm sure that there's something over there that I can fill this with to make sure that we get home all right.
Because we will not make it home all right if my prescription's not filled.
It will get filled.
Do you take a look at that label?
I know it.
Okay. All right. We're going to go back over to Daisy as Daisy is approaching. This is what you see, those of you who are on Daisy. That.
First of all, I do want to apologize real quick. The reason why it kept kind of like I have a weird audio thing where it's like cutting out, and so I don't know. I'll get in sync somehow.
Discord has been doing that all week.
Really?
Yes. Try changing your hardware acceleration or anything like that. Sometimes that helps to just reset it. It might restart your Discord, but yeah, that's been a thing. So you haven't been able to hear us the whole time, right?
Well, no, I've heard you most of the time, but what happens is when one person's talking, the other ones kind of completely fade out, and so I'm missing pieces of conversation, and so there are these gaps, and that's why I accidentally jumped in. So it's
Yeah,
I'll try what you said.
If you need to stop and restart Discord, that's fine. This
I mean, I
part here
tried that
is
once.
probably
I
going to
didn't-
take. Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I'll try the hardware acceleration thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Well, so this is again the doorway that you see. This is the airlock. You can tell this is pretty beat up. Micrometeorites have done the damage on it. You can see there's damage all around. It still looks sealed, but as you're looking at it, you're not sure how you're going to be able to open it.
Looks like it's my go then, I suppose. Heavy machinery style. I did bring along my what was it? My maintenance jack.
Yep, you did say that. That is correct. So you have your maintenance jack with you.
Can
This
I
will
use that?
require require a spacewalk because you're inside of a
Okay.
small cab with two other people. The claw on Daisy is meant for cargo, not for fine motor manipulation,
Got
which
it.
is what you need to do.
So then the first thing, since I'm piloting, is there anywhere near this where I can use the claw as an anchor to ensure that we don't drift apart?
There are, and you could see, I want to show this picture again, on the left-hand side, there's areas where the claw can hold on to the ship. You want to make sure that you don't crush it, but you'll be able to kind of tether Daisy onto this ship.
Oh, sounds good. That's probably what I'll do.
Okay.
To ensure that, I might even if I EVA, I'll be linked to Daisy for. Will I be linked, or will it just be like a cord that keeps me attached, or is it like a full life support thing? Not sure.
No, the life support is in your suit. It is a
self-contained
cord.
life support.
Right. Yeah. So it is a cord that you're going to attach to a winch, and then you're going to have Cham, let it out so that you can go and then be able to reel you back in if anything goes wrong.
Got it. Sounds good. I'll do just that then. So, since I'm pretty close, I'll just use the claw to hook onto something, not exactly hold onto it, but hook around it so that basically it's kind of linked, and then prepare to EVA to the door with my maintenance jack. I also have the cutting torch, but I haven't equipped it yet. Should I do that before? I think I will do that before I go across, just in case.
Okay. That'll be fine. So you're
On that
taking...
note,
Yep,
I
go
meant to
ahead.
ask, we had forgotten to equip those last week, even though we did wear the suits. Right. So I went ahead and equipped mine and my harpoon gun since I'm there. I assume that's what we would do in the ship, but I'm stating it now to make sure you note that I did it. So,
Okay.
sorry.
All right. So you're attaching on there. You've got a Rye with you.
No, I'm going solo. Rye and Wilson are still in the cab, as
Okay,
far as
well,
I was aware.
So Rye's going to need to control the winch to let you get out there. So do you want to say anything? Again, you have communications, all of you with your helmets.
Okay. That's why I was going to ask if they were in the seats still. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually,
So-
before we get into that, Stormy, how's your audio working now? Any better?
A little bit better, I think.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
make do.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to open the outer door. I'm not sure how much hull integrity still applies, so be ready to pull me back in case anything goes wrong.
Need
Specifically
a
in case the
safe
door
word, or just
keep an eye on
if
the
I
door.
start hearing you scream, start pulling.
Yes, definitely.
Check it all out. This will be easy. Walk in the park.
And if necessary, I will scream pull as well.
I'm just gonna go if you scream.
Okay, sounds good. Right,
Yup.
let's EVA. And I step out of the airlock and, after being tethered, jump towards the door. Do we happen to have magnetic clamps on our suits inbuilt, or is that something separate?
They are built in. They are meant for zero
Okay.
grav.
So as I get close to the door, I activate the magnetic clamps and basically try to get a hold on to the hull of the Kronos.
All right. And you're able to do that. You're keeping up with it. Not really that much of a challenge. You've done small spacewalks like this before. You and Cham are really, kind of used to this, especially because when you're loading and unloading materials with Daisy, you know how to work the controls.
Cool. Right. So then I go over to the lock, which you can see on the left side of the door, and start trying to undo it with the maintenance jack first.
All right. So you're putting the jack on there. It's cutting through. It's doing its work on there, but it's going really, really slow. Do you want to wait? Do you want to try to help it? What would you like to do? You can wait it out, and it'll take you a few minutes to try to cut through that.
No. So what exactly does the maintenance jack do? I'm a little confused, out of character.
So what you're doing?
Cham knows, but I don't.
So the jack is kind of like your multi-tool that you would use for maintenance side. So there's a cutting torch part to it. There's kind of like a reverse pry bar, which is meant to pull things apart. So you wedge it in there, and it's going to just push things so that they're apart from each other. There are, it's almost like a Leatherman for you, where it has all the utensils or all the equipment that you may need for that. I think let me take a look, because I thought you would be able to get that. So hold on. Let me check really quick. Yeah, and so what it says, if you click on the pencil next to your maintenance jack, it says it's a common tool used to open unpowered airlocks and divert power to and from electrical junction boxes, and it's going to give you a +1 on heavy machines. So it's what you would use to, again, pry open this outer hatch.
That's what I'm trying to do, yeah.
And then, so what you're going to do as you're using that, you are going to do a heavy machine roll, and you're going to you're going to do +1 on that. So let me just look and see. I think you can just, you got power on it. So I made sure you had power. So you should be rolling a total of 9 dice.
Yes.
Perfect. Go for it.
Let me just up my heavy machine. Oh, you've already done that. Thank you. Here goes. 3 successes.
Beautiful. Easily. That torch and no stress. That is so good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Easily, you're able to go and you've got that going, pulling it apart. You're like a pro here. You've got your magnetic boots held on to the hull of the ship, and you're just pulling it, twisting it, and it pops open like nothing.
Okay. So now that it's open, I make sure it's open all the way. Step in and have a look at the controls. Just
So-
to see if there's any residual power in the system, essentially.
Absolutely. As you go inside there, you're going to see the controls have actually been destroyed for the outer door. And, an airlock has 2 doors, an inner and an outer door. So the outer door controls have been destroyed. Give me and in D&D I would say a perception check, but we don't have perception checks.
Observation is.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't we just do an observation for me. There's no fails on this, so if you get
Okay.
ignore panic. Make sure it did not give you another panic on that.
Where is my panic? I'm not. Where does panic get tracked? I'm sorry.
Panic is
The
on.
distress?
Yep, it's on the first page under general.
Stress.
Stress.
As stress, you mean? No, it did not give me extra stress.
Perfect. So you can push it if you want to try it again, but you notice nothing other than the controls are damaged. You
Okay.
look around. When you did open the door, some metal scraps and some stuff kind of flew out because all of a sudden, right, you've opened it up to space. But
Okay,
from what you can see,
then
other than the controls, do you want to inspect the inner door? You can do that, or there's no lights.
Just to clarify, my observation came up as 0, right?
Mhm.
I didn't notice anything.
Mhm.
In that case, I'm going to get on the comms and say, right, I got the door open, probably seen, but I can't make head or tails of the electronics, and electronics here I'll need you to come over. Bring Wilson with you just to make sure we're all here.
Okie dokie. I don't think I suited up. I
Yeah,
think I brought it with.
everybody is suited.
Okay, everybody is suited. Okay.
Yes. Well, all 3 of you are suited.
Okay.
Captain Miller and Davis are on the ship. They're not suited.
Oh,
Let's see.
there's something else I would like to do first. I would like to unlink my tether and clip it to something inside the airlock to make sure that the link is strong. But there is now a better link between the winch on Daisy, and the Kronos, rather than me.
Okay. No, you can do that. You are unlinked at this point. But there are handholds on the inside airlock, so you can make sure, you're not going to, unless the inner door suddenly opens, you're not going to go flying out.
Yeah. I've also hooked it onto the ship, so you could probably use a tether as a guide to get across. Shouldn't be too much trouble.
So
He says that.
he does say that.
So are you telling me we're going to have to make a spacewalk? We can't just fly this little ship right on in the other one?
It's not. The ship is definitely much bigger than the airlock. I'm pretty sure.
And Wilson,
well, no, yeah,
you're not Wilson.
I
you're
guess
not
for
going to
some
fly.
reason, I was hoping that you would find your way to the whatever the hatch from the the hangar, and that we could just But that's all right. If we got it, we got it.
Wilson, you're not going to want to fly. Go over there. You are in company. You're used to solid ground under your feet, not.
Well, that's
having
why
to do
I'm saying
spacewalks.
that.
So just keep that in mind. Your character would be This would probably be the very first time that you've ever done that, and you've never been trained on it.
I understand.
I think, no offense, I think Wilson's just going to be more, no pun intended, dead weight on me if I come over here with him on top of my tools and everything.
Well,
I'm
I've
just-
never been quite so relieved to be called dead weight before, but I definitely concur with her that, I mean, I'm here as support. Once you all get this thing connected, I'll be glad to, make my way in a safer way than the whole spacewalk thing. To be honest, that's well beyond my purview. I have no training in that.
Just sit down, don't touch anything. I'm gonna grab my toolbox, which has some tools, a flashlight, because we brought all the inventory on the ship, and start making my way over to Cham.
Yeah, and I'm keeping an eye out on. I noticed that that what Wilson said. I'm like, Wilson, I do want you here because I'm not sure whether you'd prefer to be in Daisy next to the vastness of space or inside the Chronos where you have some protection from it. Assumption being that Wilson is a company man, and although he's been in space, he hasn't forget EVA. He hasn't really been in space in a spacesuit at all.
I mean,
Stop using logic on him, Cham.
So this is out of character, but yeah.
Well, I suppose that, I'm quite comfortable right here, as it were, but, I mean, we don't have any other alternative that you can come up with?
He's just
mean, I
gonna be in the
didn't do-
way.
So I'm going to switch it over because Captain Miller, you're hearing this entire back and forth.
I was just going to ask about that.
Open comms. Same with Davis.
Also,
yeah,
with their suits, do we have vitals on those that are being transmitted back?
The vitals are being transmitted back to Mother.
Okay, great. To Mother, it's so we'd have to ask her.
You would.
Okay, gotcha. Get over on that ship so that we can get over there as fast as possible, please.
Well, tell me what I must do and break it down, and I'll follow your lead, Rye.
Like you've done P. No, you don't look like you've done PE. Cool. Terms
I am
for
in
you.
good physical condition, but I've never done a spacewalk before.
Look like you would hold onto a bar rail or an escalator rail. I'm sure they have escalator rails for dear life, right? And you just put
I
one hand.
gather the
Yeah.
general concept that you're trying to convey to me.
Don't let go. Easy.
Right.
Is there
make
some
sure he
way that
doesn't
we can
float
tether
away,
it to my
please.
suit so that I am not the error that ends up with me floating into outer space for all eternity?
All right. Fine. I'm going to start hooking up the other end of the harness to me and get out my little.
And I break out the conversation. Right, I know you like yanking Wilson's chain, but just tether him to you and bring him across.
You made that harness for a very long time for a reason, Rye.
It was 10 minutes. All right, let's go.
All right. So the two of you are going to head on over there. I assume you're
As
using
I'm
the
sweating
rope.
profusely, yeah.
Yeah, you're holding on to that rope that Cham
only
put
one.
there, right?
Yeah.
And Rye is just like pulling and not really holding on, letting just base as she floats away, looks back at you.
Rye,
Oh.
how's your accessory doing?
Like a puppy. And I
Good.
pull on my rope some more.
All right. Well, it's going to be uneventful. So you're both going to make it over
Oh
to
my God.
the dock. Do you want me to have? I could make rolls if you guys want to do some
no,
rolls.
I'd
No,
like
that's good.
uneventful,
That's good.
please.
Let's move on.
Okay. So you both make it into the airlock. Cham, they're there. You see them coming in. You're going to help them in the doorway, of course, I assume, especially Wilson.
Mm.
Okay, so all three of you are in the airlock. Now what?
All
Okay,
right. Yep.
right, you have the floor. As before, I'm the
Yep.
heavy lifter.
Stand
You get it,
aside.
Gus.
What am I looking at? Curious.
So if you're looking at the control panel, you will see that it looks. Actually, you know what? You are going to roll for this.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You have to. Give me an observation roll. There's no stress on this. It's just. What you see is it's been ripped out. All of the controls, you can see bare wires there that are hanging out from where normally you would be able to go and press the commands that would close the door, seal it, open the other door, all of that. It's just been ripped off of the wall.
So I
You
can't
don't
fix it.
think you can fix that. You can try if you want to give it a try. Give me a
it try
comtech roll.
first. Yeah, something I should be good at.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. We got some
Success. There we go.
successes. Okay.
Yes, queen.
As you're looking at the wires, you're like, okay, red is hot, black is not, or is it red is not and black is hot? You figure it out, and you're able to make some connections on here. You got some wonderful electrical tape from the future, and it hasn't changed in 300 years. So you wrap that around, and you hear behind you some clicking sounds, which shows that you have been able to make proper connections. And then you see the outer door start to close.
To
Okay.
green, I'm the queen. Red to blue. Oh man, you're screwed. Okay, we're good. Looking good, guys. Yeah, I think I got it.
Would it be all right if I just absolutely relieved myself in this suit? Will it take care of that?
Could you stand a few feet away from me at least?
Too late.
Oh. It's just gonna. I'm not even gonna explain what it's gonna do in your suit. Okay.
All right. Well, the door starts to close, and you've got a cable leading outside from the inside. Comes down, hits to the cable, and stops.
Okay. Cham thinks about it a couple of minutes. Right.
Yep.
Is this? What do you think about the door? If I try to pull the cable off, will the door slam shut on me?
So I will tell you with the roll that that Cham has here, can open, close it at will. So it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
it was
got
more
it.
than one
In that
success.
case.
So she got the wiring done.
Got it. Right. I'll tell you what. I'll clip the cable to the outside of the door on the hull, and so then we should be able to still continue and still have a link to Daisy. That
Okay.
sound okay?
Yeah. Let me
Right.
get that door for you.
Okay.
It has been several minutes. Status report.
Well, you can hear me talking, can't you?
Would it be open comms still?
It's always open comms.
Oh, it's open as always. Never mind. I just wanted to check to make
Yes.
sure you were paying attention.
Well, you can go private comms, but you will need to call that out. If anyone wants to go private comms, with another player, please let me know.
Gotcha.
But somehow the captain,
Obviously, with Davis,
the captain
I'll
doesn't
only be
trust
talking to
everybody.
Davis.
Yeah, the captain's like, oh.
Speaking of private comms, Discord, why are you being an asshole today?
Oh no.
Oh no, what happened again?
It's just weird. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Just keep going, guys. We're okay. It's just
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
Is it when two people are talking, one of them fades in or out?
When two people are talking, both of them fade out.
All right.
But similar to what you're saying, yes. Did you happen to know? Tell you what, I started to break things for this moment, but if I could match your settings that you have, since you're not experiencing it, that might be helpful. Would you be up for telling me your settings in voice and video real quick?
One thing is, if this voice has priority speaking on, it could be causing this issue. It's
Priorities.
rare, but it could be.
Oh, that would be in the Discord chat itself.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the Discord channel that we're talking in.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at that right now. I don't think I have that, but I am.
Most people don't have it on, but Discord sometimes decides for you when you make a new voice channel.
And it just did update recently too. So
Yes. And when it updates, everything changes.
it resets. Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
annoying.
Nope, not on my side. Everything
Okay.
looks okay.
Okay.
Don't have that turned on. Permissions wouldn't be it.
Nobody else is experiencing that except me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and anything on
think so.
here, noise suppression wise, should only be affecting you, not what you're hearing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if we could all hear each other, then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my settings haven't changed either, so it shouldn't have changed in your Discord, Stormy. Because we all
Well, I am.
had an update.
Well, real quick.
Headphones are okay?
Yeah, it's not that. I don't.
if one person.
You guys just keep going, and I'll keep playing with it. It's not terrible. I mean, I can still play, so I apologize for the interruption. Please
It's okay.
continue.
Do you want to do a reboot just in case?
No, I don't think it's.
I mean, that'll be a quick one.
Like
and
a
frankly,
PC reboot.
yeah.
One
I mean,
thing,
where we're at, I can tell you it's going to be a few minutes before you would interact. So if you want to try a reboot, now's probably a good time to do it.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll be right back, guys. Continue without me and pretend that Wilson is just clammed up because he's just so terrified about what he just went through.
Is that a
Are you
stress?
gonna give him a stress?
Is that a stress? That sounds like a stress.
I was gonna say
No,
that's
no,
not
you
like
were.
a stress. Oh, you
No,
peed your
because we're right there by
pants.
him.
You did pee your pants. I mean,
Well, that's because I actually have to pee, but yeah.
me too.
You said you were sweating profusely. You've never done a spacewalk. You
No
peed
stress.
your
You hush.
pants.
All right, I'll be right back.
all right. So did I hear? Do we need a quick bio break? Do we have a couple of folks that need a bio break?
No. It was. I mean,
Hey,
if you
if
guys
that
do
works out for you guys, that would work out for me.
All right, go take a
Okay.
bio break. I'll talk to chat because chat's been going on.
Eat a flatbread.
All right, quick break for all of you.
Won't take me long.
All right, friends, let me mute myself on Discord. And we're going to take a quick break here while they're there. Background sound, yeah, I am going to keep talking with you while we wait for everyone else to come back. Just give me one moment. And make a quick adjustment. There we go. All right. Much easier that way. Maybe you can get the background sound on. I can do that. So this is going to be interesting. Never muted that. This will be interesting how they're going to handle this. Chicken pesto flatbread. TCAT, what are you doing to me? Yeah, I know. We're having having issues with a new camera. So you have giant friggin' like encephalitis head here. But so what do you guys think so far? Do you think I'm going to take this off? Do you think they're going to survive? I mean, we're 1 hour in and they're just making it to the airlock. Oh my goodness, I'm worried because this is going to be, no one wants to watch you eat, T-Cat. Fate's like, nope. Look, there's no doubt in fate whatsoever. I feel like you're kind of rooting for you. Yeah, no, they're not going to do it. You know why? Because I know how she's going to play, and I'm going to do this, and she's going to do that. But that will be interesting. Where the heck? I do have a soundboard so that we get. Well, they're in space, so there is no sound for them in space. Dagoth, I think one of them will make it. I'm half betting on one of the Roughnecks. I hope so. They're going to run out of O2. They might. I'm keeping track of the amount of time they're spending in space because they're using up that oxygen in their suits. And I've told them that they do have limited oxygen. They're very aware of that. So this is going to be interesting. Hey, Anubis, how are you? How are you doing, friend? I didn't see you sneak in. I'm sorry if I missed you in chat earlier. How have you been? I hope they make it. I hope some of them make it at least. They need to use Mother more. I agree, but that's not up to me. That's a them thing. If they don't use Mother, I can't force them. I totally leave it up to the players, how they want to play it. And they do seem to forget that they have Mother. But don't worry. Mother will remind them that she exists. Let me take a look and see if they're back. Nope, they're not back yet. So you're doing good? I am doing well also. Thank you. Thank you. I had taken, man, this is like, I feel like I need to really move back here because my head is so friggin' large. Green screen there. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Getting back into the streaming cycle. We took a break. It was an extended break. Honestly, it was not a short break. But hoping to get back on schedule. We've done this last Friday and today. And we're going to be doing some more things. We're trying to rebuild the channel to where it was. Goblets and Warlocks, you're sleeping in a... Good. I am glad instead of being on the side of the road. Very glad for that. And hopefully tomorrow night, which is night 1 of WrestleMania, because I think that's going to be incredible. I think Mother is going to go from lawful neutral to lawful evil real quick. Well, Mother is impartial, right? Mother is just following orders. There is no lawful evil, neutral. I guess neutral, always neutral. Doesn't take sides one way or another. But, humans are the ones who program it, so who knows what's going to happen. Plus, we have at least 5 humans that are here right now, right? We've got Miller, Wilson, Cham, Davis, and Rye. And they all have their own motivation. Each character has something that drives them and helps them kind of fill out that character. They're not all lawful good, right? They're not all paladins. So, we'll see. We'll see what they do and how they do things. I'm surprised with Wilson. I'm actually surprised he did do the spacewalk here, because that would not be in his nature. Hotel room nights, don't miss them. Oh, come on, Zen. Don't you love living in a hotel? Call 2 on the number of other players T-Cat pushes in front of herself if and when Xenos shows up before the game is over. 2 that T-Cat will push. Yeah, I could see that. 2 of the 5, she'll be the 3rd. So, as I told them all last week, you don't have to be the fastest. You just need to be faster than the slowest person, and you'll be fine. What could go wrong? Why are we even talking about this? They're going to be fine. There's nothing on this ship. They're going to get there, and you know what? It's going to be, there's a cargo bay that Well, TCAT's listening to this, so spoiler, there's a cargo bay. There's a cargo bay that probably has stuff in it, and Druid is the slowest, short legs. They've got a couple of pillows, maybe grease up the floor and, kind of let her slide down there, maybe, I don't know. No skateboards out there. There is no gravity. Well, it might have gravity. I don't know. It depends what happens if and when they actually open the airlock. All right, let me see how. Nope, Stormy's not back yet. But I think we're gonna switch over because we can move. So we're gonna switch over to that. So hold on a second. Yes, I am going to switch over because somebody was listening in on what I was talking to chat. Spoilers. Hey, Vegan Nunu, how are you? Everyone, Vegan Nunu, which I think it did a shout out earlier for Vegan Nunu. If not, go follow her. Correct. Yep. Yeah, you can, because again, you're not routing any audio through that. You're going to be using Discord audio. Yeah, you could completely ignore that because it's not taking any input. All right. And did the URL change because you're not showing up here? Hmm. There we go. We see you.
Oh, chat can only hear us. Or hear you.
No, they should be able to hear you. Keep talking.
Hello,
Yes.
hello,
Talking.
hello.
Nope, they can hear you. All right. So we'll while Stormy it says Stormy, you're connected in there anyways. So that's a good thing.
Yep.
Okay, so you've removed the cord that has attached Daisy to this ship. Well, it's the Cronus. So you've attached it to Cronus. You've done it on the outside. What are you doing now?
Okay, right. Looks like we're ready to enter. Looks like we're ready to go in and see what fate says. Hit it.
Press the button to open the doors. The inner doors.
So you go to close the outer door, and it stops where it stopped before.
It doesn't fully close.
It does not.
Okay, let me take a look. I'm gonna look at the system, look at the controls, push it like a garage door opener.
Yep, you could do another comm if you want.
Yeah. Busted.
And again, we're going to ignore the stress because you're literally
Okay.
just looking at a bunch of wires. But you can push it again because from what you can tell, there's nothing wrong with the wiring.
It doesn't let me push. It doesn't say push. Do I just roll again then?
You
Or-
can, yes. And again, ignore the...
Press.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's two successes.
Okay. So you roll the 2 successes, and it's not the wiring fault. That door, the wiring is set correctly. It's telling it to close. The door appears to be jammed.
My turn, I suppose.
Yeah, you're up,
what?
buddy. It's
Yeah,
the muscles
looks
to
like
work.
I need to use heavy machinery again to see if there's any mechanical issue that's jamming the doors.
So I'm gonna give you a gimme on this one. You notice that when you were able to open the door and it popped open, the inner frame has actually been bent. So there is no way without dry dock to fix this. The only thing you can do is now try to attach the umbilical from the Montero to the Cronus, which means, other than aligning the ship, someone will have to, you, Mr. Mechanic, use your skills to attach them to each other.
Well, looks like that's what we're going to have to do. Captain, it looks like we're going to have to proceed with the umbilical before we can proceed into the ship. Otherwise, there's no way we're going to be able to use. We're going to be able to take over the Cronus.
All right, I'll say for that docking.
Fucking door.
Take over the Cronus. So that's the plan. Now I know what you guys have been plotting. I got it. All right, so
I believe
last
that
time.
was what we were talking about last time. Swapping ships, right?
Swapping ships.
all right. Well, pilot, wonderful pilot, you just heard you get to fly the ship and try to line it up.
Let's go.
Davis,
this.
before you start. Okay, there it goes again. What is
Yeah.
happening to my accent today? It's fine. Davis, let's listen to the nice mechanics before we turn the ship around and make sure they're ready for us to dock, eh?
Wait, did I hear a little bit of Irish coming out
That
at
was
first in that?
It's fantasy
right?
pirate. It's fantasy pirate. I don't want to insult an entire island, okay?
I wasn't
Quick.
gonna say anything.
Quick, say
I
Ed and
was
go
really-
back.
Wonder if I like both the accents. And I totally understand. I'm the same boat. Sometimes a particular accent gets stuck in my head, and I can't do
Right?
the other one. Then it's like,
It's
what's
just
going on?
gone.
Wait.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I wish I could do more accents, but
I wish I could do one.
All right. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for that. All right. So this is going to be a piloting check that you need to do to try to line up the ships.
absolutely.
And
Something
then
I've done a bunch.
you have been. Now, you have a challenge because somebody used a daisy to get over here, and that daisy is kind of in your way. And they've attached it to the Cronus, not just with a cable, but also with a mechanical claw. It's up to you if you want to try to maneuver around it, or if you want to say something.
Oh, Captain, my captain, I would absolutely love to line up the ships, but somebody left a daisy in the way.
Yes, Davis.
Over
That's why we have
open
to.
palms, so everybody hears.
Ah,
hmm
well, look at that. You're right.
I could definitely try to maneuver around if you would like. I'm sure it would be great, and I'm 100% sure it would work out just
Oh
fine.
yes, Davis. What a great idea. Would the crew like to see how well Davis is able to do that?
I'm going.
I hear
That's
an echo.
wonderful, right?
We're hearing an echo.
I don't know why.
So you are hitting it. Okay. Trying to reduce that.
Okay,
It's weird.
Is that
I know.
better?
Davis,
that is better.
In space.
Davis, I'll be happy to bring Daisy back into the ship if you first bring the ship around closer, so it won't take as much effort.
I
And
can,
I'm echoing.
I can for sure do that. I can do that. It's fine. Let's do it. I'll start to take the ship around and get next to Daisy. So when he makes I do hear an echo still, Stormy. So I'll navigate the ship next to Daisy so Cham can easily navigate it into the ship before I dock it up.
And
Well.
while you're navigating, Cham will I basically unhooked the cable from outside the Cronus, hook it back onto me, and make my way back to Daisy to prepare to move back in.
I was hoping you wouldn't hook it back up to yourself. You're no fun. Okay.
Wow.
So I need. Well, Cham, it's easy. I do not need a piloting check for you because you're just moving Daisy out of the way, and you can do that. Again, you have a lot of experience. Davis, on the other hand, oh, pilot, we need that. We need that role. Can you pilot and maneuver your ship to line up?
I
Can't
should.
see.
I'm going to go ahead and take a
Absolutely.
seat in my captain's ship and strap in because we're about to move.
I'm gonna move as far in to the door, the other door that's closed. Once I know that, oh, she's coming in, and pull Wilson with me.
Okay. Let's do it. You can do this, Davis.
Sorry, I'm helping Stormy figure out the echo thing. I will now do it.
Oh my. Yeah, that twitch has gotten significantly worse on you. Hold on, because we're now at the level where I have to pull out the big old rule book, the big monster rule book, to see what's happening with you. Let's see, is that under permanent mental trauma? I didn't think you were going to do that.
Well, boy, were we wrong on our bets.
Yeah. Okay. So 37, sending me to another table.
When you are ready, I do have one thing I would like to initiate, if possible.
Okay. All right. So first of all, both of your stress go up by 1. So yeah. So let's add your stress up by 1 because your twitch now is not just kind of your arm and your shoulder, but your head now. You're almost a human bobblehead because your head is just going. Yeah, it's just moving side to side, and you cannot stop it. And that's for now. That's going to be a -1 on a lot of your items until you lower your stress down. Because you're really stressed. You can't see clearly in front of you. That's going to impact, and I'm just going to go down the list right now. Any ranged combat, piloting, which is bad, medical, observation, and comtech are all at a -1 die. Okay, so that is that, but you did roll 2 successes, so you are able to still line up
With that too, can I have been, not after the fact, but with the action? Sorry, I wasn't sure how the roll would go. Can I initiate something with Mother?
Yeah, as she's flying in to line it up, you can do something with Mother.
Great. Mother? Oh, yes, you. Don't answer me. One day I'll remember that. It's only been several years of this. Mother, please put on your auto sensors. Auto notification. If you see anything or can help in any way with the docking, you will initiate contact with us.
Acknowledged. All sensors activated. Do you wish autopilot to be activated?
Only when initiated.
Affirmative.
So we can all hear this over the. Well, I guess we wouldn't hear her talking to the computer, right? So never mind.
Correct. She would have, I am assuming, and again, remember,
I
folks,
had
call out what you
mentioned-
do.
Yes, I had, sorry, it was sort of a blanket. Anytime I'm talking to Davis and all that, I want private comms.
Okay.
If you want that called out every time, I shall.
Nope. A blanket statement like that tells me.
Perfect.
And let me make sure, because you said when you're talking to Davis
I see how
or
it is.
Mother. Is that also when you're on the other ship, or are you saying only when you're on the Montero?
Currently in the cockpit. Yes.
So when you're in the cockpit,
Mm-hmm. I'll have to
Understood.
remember to only talk to Davis if I'm out of the room myself.
Okay. So no, nobody heard the conversation over there, but you do see the Montero lining up. So it's kind of where it needs to be over there. It was a little jerky at coming in, not as smooth as you expected, but it seems to be lined up there. So I'm going to go over, because we have Daisy just kind of floating away or flying. What are you going to do with that, Cham?
So as Montero comes around, as does it slow down and stop, or does it just keep going? Is probably the question. But I think it slows down and stops. So
it does. It
That's
does
right.
slow down,
Yeah.
and the two docking ports are kind of facing each other.
okay, so I take Daisy over to be docked to Montero, and then go find the umbilical.
Okay. So the umbilical cord that exists on the ships here, specifically on the Montero, is one that can automatically go out and come back in. There is a control on the end of it, so it's meant for a human to be there with it and control it. And then when it gets to the destination, magnetic clamps should cause it to seal.
Okay. And so, I get in and I just I'm there making sure that everything goes as automated.
Okay, so it's
Pretty
going to
much.
take a few minutes for that to happen. What everyone sees is the Daisy. Well, not everyone, I should say. Wow, we got split parties here. Okay, so Miller and Davis, you know that the Daisy moved away. You would assume that Cham, because Cham is the one who always flies it, is going to do a docking maneuver.
Just to clarify, I am basically keeping a running commentary of what I'm basically doing. I'm not doing this in complete silence.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, docking, I've docked, and I'm going to handle the umbilical. And
Affirmative.
once it's out, I don't say much. I say, umbilical is on its way, and stop it at that, essentially.
Okay. And
So,
Ryan Wilson, you can see the umbilical coming away from the Montero and heading towards the dock that you have there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a giant, like a straw that's being extended over there. Wilson, for you, this is something brand new. Again, you know it exists. Obviously, all ships must have this, but you have never, ever seen anything like this. You've never experienced anything like this. In your mind, this is probably considered hazardous duty that you're in right now, having to walk in space onto a derelict ship. I would assume you're like, well, according to my contract, I get extra pay for this.
So we're just to be clear, the three of us are inside sort of the first, like it's one of those pressure chambers. We haven't
Just
gone
you and me.
inside the ship, or
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Just
No?
you're there with Rye. Cham has left. He went to the Montero, and he's coming over with the umbilical. So right now, you and Rye are the only two inside of this chamber.
Right. I just wanted to make sure. Me and Rye are inside the whatchamacallit, the pressure chamber.
Airlock. It's an airlock.
The airlock.
Airlock,
Yeah.
thank you. That's what I was looking for, yeah.
The open
Okay.
door airlock, by the way, because the door cannot close. I don't know if you were here before that, but I think you were having audio issues at that point. The outer
Right.
door
So-
will not close
Right,
at
so
all.
the door couldn't close, the one that we entered into that he basically had to break into, we now can't close it, right?
That is correct.
And so now we're trying to connect the umbilical between the other ship and this one so that we can actually depressurize or pressurize it and then go into the other ship.
Correct.
Perfect. All right. So, Ra, is this, darling, is this the way it normally works when we do ship-to-ship transfers out in outer space?
Darling. No, usually the doors actually work. Usually they are not jammed and banged up to God knows what. Usually it's
So-
smoother.
Why would the controls be well? Can I make an observation, or would I have already? I've seen them?
I think you would have
Would
seen
I
them
know
ripped
that
out.
the controls are smashed there by the door?
I mean, you could see that they're clearly smashed. There are just wires hanging out of this opening in the wall.
And she had
And-
to jury rig it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth did you have to jury rig those controls? Why? Actually, the better question is, why would they be smashed like that?
That's a very good question.
Company made.
Wilson, can you give me an observation roll, please?
Yes. Skills. Do I actually get a stress from it or not?
No, we're ignoring the stress.
Okay.
So yeah, all you see is that that it's been smashed.
Okay.
All right, it's going to take a few minutes, so there could be, y'all can be talking during this time as it's slowly extending out from the Montero to connect onto the Cronus.
Rye,
Okay.
Yeah, boss.
after we're connected in, make sure
Yep.
that we're ready to board the ship, check out the doors and such, make sure that what you can get working is working.
Yeah, it'd be great if something's actually working on this piece of junk.
I believe in you, Rye.
Oh, that's so sweet, Cat.
I also believe you're incredibly motivated by the large amount of money we'll be making from this.
Sure am.
Mm.
Please remember that no one knows about the large amount of money because nobody was told. That was between Wilson and Miller.
Wilson told all of us, in front of
No.
all of us, that there'd be.
Yeah, I
a
made the
payout.
deal in front of all of them in the galley.
The two roughnecks were not
contract.
there.
Yeah, they were.
No,
We had a meeting about it.
they were
Yeah.
downstairs.
It was only the contract.
They were
that we
they
did
were
in
starting
private.
to talk during the contract, and then we're like, "Oh, you all are going to be a few minutes. We're heading out."
Mhm.
So
They weren't there.
Oh,
if
Okay.
Oh,
I see. If
right. Just
remember
figure she's
right-
getting paid anyhow.
yeah, so we
How
might
did
not
that
know the
happen?
specific amounts, but we know that there's money involved.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, you know that you're getting paid by the company, your original contract, and you probably know that there is something for salvage operations.
Mm-hmm.
You do not know the deal that Miller and Wilson made.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I thought it was the details of the contract. They didn't, but I thought they did know that they are getting bonuses.
Well, yeah, they know they're getting bonuses, just not the details
Okay.
of it.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
talking to her about.
Okay.
Okay.
Money in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a motivator,
it is. I'm working on it, boss.
indeed.
Cham, you almost done? We gotta bust it open.
Buddy, this is an automated system. I can't make it work faster, but we're pretty close. It should be done in the next couple minutes.
Waiting.
Wait, that's not you're not the one who's tired of waiting. That's a Davis thing.
I am
It's
tired
rubbing
of
off.
waiting.
It's
All right.
infected in space.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and connect up the ships. So,
Bless you.
Cham, you get it up there. You see the magnetic mag locks are not kicking in. Again, probably
Not kicking
because of
in,
some of the
okay.
damage there. You know that it's all electronically controlled.
Yeah. The first thing I do is I look to see if there's any physical changes, anything physically I can like either push the edges of the umbilical around things to make sure it'll go over. Because although it's magnetic, it also has to seal in physically in order to make sure air goes through. Right?
Correct. So as you
So I
look
do want
around,
to see.
yeah, go ahead.
I do want to see if there's anything I can physically hook it through. And if there isn't, I'm going to call Rai to have a look.
Okay. So as you take a look at the airlock right here, you do see where it'll seal around that, and the clamps that are there look like they'll function. Again, they're pretty rusty, but you don't notice any damage to them. The machinery looks pretty solid. That's in place. So you feel pretty confident that it's going to seal up for you. The only challenge you have is you have to get it close enough and then activate the mag locks so that it pulls it in, right, clamps on and seals everything.
Okay. Captain, 70 years this ship's been adrift have left a mark. I would strongly advise staying in environmental suits while we examine the ship, because I cannot guarantee the umbilical will hold through the entire thing. Definitely going to keep us there. Definitely going to keep us connected, but going to keep atmosphere, I'm not so sure.
Got
And
it.
I
Well,
continue to.
it's not like you haven't said the same about our ship, so I can have it with the
Time to suit up, Captain.
I'm headed down to the... Actually, before I go, again, this is a private conversation. I pull out the pill bottle. I'm going to go see what I can do about this. In the meantime, drink water, eat food, and focus any way you need to. Stay on comms, keep an eye on everything, and use Mother when you think you can't handle something. Do you understand?
I don't like Mother, though.
I understand. I don't like her either, but we use Wilson. We can use Mother, right?
I guess.
All right.
We should both probably suit up? I'm okay
Yes. I can grab her suit. I will tell her I will grab her suit. Also, Davis, I told you about those strange life forms that Mother found. I need you to keep an eye on that. I don't understand that. The ship has been out here for a very long time. Keep an eye on it, all right?
that. Aye, Captain.
All right. So however long, I'll go and grab the suits and such.
Okay.
The suits were on Daisy last we checked.
Oh,
But you left them in the...
No,
yeah,
you
no,
dropped
guys
them.
left them down.
Yeah, you had dropped them downstairs in maintenance.
Because I originally brought them on, and then we're like, oh no, bad idea.
So I
fair.
need Wilson, Cham, and Rye. Please go to your character sheets. And on the general tab, I need you to roll air, please. Actually, Cham, you went back to Montero. You're fine. I need Wilson and Rye to please roll that.
Yeah, what was it again?
Well, Rye, you went down. You've used up some oxygen. You're breathing a little rapidly.
Yeah, I gathered.
On that, Wilson.
Yeah, I'm getting there. That's
It's on the general tab.
general tab.
Mm-hmm. Lower left-hand corner.
Looking thing.
Just click the number 5.
Nope,
No,
right next to it.
parachute.
Yeah, it's a box. There you go. All right. Yeah, you're good. You have not hyperventilated, even though it's your first spacewalk, and you drove Rye absolutely crazy with all that talk.
It was the urinating in the suit that did it for me.
I was thinking the same thing. It was most definitely the urination.
Eh?
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Trying to move that.
What you doing, Captain Miller? You shooting?
I was just
Shoot at Davis.
You just shoot. It says you shot.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember if it was left or right click to activate an item. I have figured
Okay.
that out.
Well, you just shot your own ship. Let me see if you did damage to it. No.
Druid.
Yeah, because in outer space,
Pulling it out
it's
again.
good. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, Rye, why don't you go ahead and you can see it's close enough for you. You know you need to try to seal it using the electricals. Give me another Comtech. No stress on this.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, you succeeded
Yeah.
perfectly anyways. Look at that. So you're able to get it. It takes a while. It's very slow. But it is able to connect on, lock the mag locks on there, and then seal that up. And you hear somewhere a beep.
It's been picked up. Captain, we're good over here.
Sounds good. I'm headed down to get the suits. Davis will suit up. I'll suit up. I'll head over.
While
were you-
they're doing that, can I talk to Mother?
Mother is always listening.
I want it to be a private conversation. Mother, now that we're closer, can you tell us anything else about those unidentified creatures on the other ship?
Unable to comply.
How many unidentified creatures are over there?
Unable to comply.
Why?
Insufficient security clearance.
The captain just asked me to keep an eye on it. You heard that.
Mother only responds to questions.
No wonder why the captain is always so upset all of the time.
I'm sorry, are you stressing out? It sounds like you're stressing out.
I am not stressed any more
I
than
don't
I
know.
already-
I don't know.
Pop off.
I mean,
This is more of anger than
Well,
stress.
you know what? I'll give you that. You're getting pretty angry.
Yeah.
You really are. Like the captain just told you to sit here after
Yep.
all this incredible maneuvering that you've done. Never mind that you almost killed everybody twice. That's that's not important. But
Did they die though?
they're all
No.
healthy.
They're fine.
You probably are like, why? I mean, why are you waiting here? You're pretty stressed out.
And we could put the ship on autopilot.
I mean, you got anything in your quarters that you could use to
I
de-stress?
absolutely can. Mother, can we put the ship on autopilot and keep lined up with this other ship and don't change anything or do anything different? You know the drill.
So
Autopilot.
you know that you've
Watch
lined
it.
it all up, and it is absolutely going to stay lined up with the ship. You don't have to tell Mother to do anything. You could still say that.
Yeah.
And
I'm mad.
yeah, you are mad, aren't you?
Hmm.
All right.
I'm just gonna go to my quarters and try to bring down that stress level a little bit.
Cheers, even though it's Mountain Dew. I know what you're doing. You're
It's fine.
taking a couple of swigs, I assume.
Absolutely.
Drop your stress by 1.
I'm down to 4.
You're down to 4. Your head is a little more stable than it was, but while you were trying to drink that, you kind of splattered some on you because your mouth is like all over the place, and you're trying to line up a bottle.
I'm just gonna take my shirt off, wipe my face, and just do the thing where you like put the toothpaste on the tongue and like try to swish it around a little bit instead of taking the time to brush my teeth and try to make it back to my seat before the captain gets there without a shirt, but it's fine.
Okay. You're
Also hot.
you're running back over there.
I'd have my sports bra on.
Adult content.
I have a sports bra on. It's fine. It got hot
Just
That's
too.
kidding.
a movie.
It's stressful. And
It
we're
happens.
about to put a spacesuit on. It's sweaty, so it's fine.
Okay. So
Streaking.
you streaking through the ship. No, she's got clothes on.
Sports
Please.
bra on. I just don't have my shirt on. I
Exactly.
didn't want it to smell like whiskey.
All right. So you're going to make it back up to the bridge. No problem. Getting into the seat at that point. Captain's went downstairs to get 2 suits. It's going to take a little while. So you're doing all right on time. You don't feel rushed on that. I'm going to switch over to the Cronus. We have 3 people there. You've got the 2 ships connected. What would you like to do? So, Rye, you can tell your oxygen level's pretty low. You've got a couple options.
Yeah.
You could wait here. You can now easily go back and forth between the ships. Literally, it's an easy spacewalk for you to do that. You're just like it's a non-issue for you. Wilson, you can see like a tunnel, and it's not clear, so it's got windows along there. It's pretty opaque, and you could see at the far end there's little lights all the way down there, and you could see where the door is open to the Montero. Cham, same with you, obviously.
Mhm.
The 3 of you want to do anything?
Yeah. Hey, Captain Miller. What's the ETA of you and Davis getting over here?
Davis is staying on the ship just in case for
Oh, yeah.
now. We need to assess if we can indeed switch ships first. If we can't, we're going to be loading this one up with as much valuables as we can and using this.
Above table, would I know that I have enough time then to pop over and pop back before Captain Miller?
Yeah, you heard Captain.
Yeah.
Well, you know that you can get
More or
over there,
less.
get another O2 tank or refill
Yep.
yours. And worst case, you're going to come back across with Captain Miller.
Miller, yeah. Gonna pop back over then, Captain. I'm a little low.
Oh, yes. Definitely make sure that we're all topped off. We don't want any risk here. And well, as little risk as we can add to it, at least.
Okay. And Wilson and Cham, anything?
Not really. Cham's just checking everything to make sure he's ready to board Cronus.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So the doorway out of the airlock to the inner part of the ship, is there a window on it?
Yeah, there would be a port that you could see through. That is correct.
While these folks are busy making sure that we get across safely, I want to peer through the window and see if I see anything.
Okay. I'm not even going to have you roll an observation check. It is almost completely pitch black inside of there. You can see a couple of, it looks like the emergency lighting, very, very dim on the inside, not enough to really give any illumination.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you. You all are doing a fine job. Thank you very much for getting me across. How long are we going to have to wait out here? Is the captain coming across? Cham.
Yes, Wilson.
It's all open comms.
It's open
Oh,
comms.
open comms. I forgot all about that. Forgive
Wilson,
me.
I know that you've been cowering in a corner, but I will need you to be useful very soon, all right?
I bet his
Excuse me,
oxygen's
madam.
a little
I did
low.
not cower in a corner. I did urinate on myself, but that's because these spacesuits were designed that way.
You want to maybe come change real quick, or you want to baste, or yeah.
Well, the suit took it right and cleaned it right away. I'm quite impressed by this technology.
So
We all know-
I will tell you, your feet are kind of wet. This is not a still suit. So you probably feel the liquid at your feet.
Oh,
Well,
no.
it's keeping me nice and cool.
Wilson, you know that we are too cheap to have nice suits like that. So we all know you're standing in your own piss right now. And that is okay.
Sometimes it takes the company to put the P in space.
Sorry, couldn't hold that in.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan's
I
trying not to
think-
laugh, but there's like a giggle snort that comes over the comms.
Sorry, we
mother
took the piss out of
beeps
you.
hilariously. Okay, so Miller, you went downstairs. You got the suit. You're going upstairs. Oh no, you're not. You're not going to go and give one to Dave. Sorry.
I am.
Oh, okay. So as you get back up there to give her the suit, she's not wearing a shirt.
Davis,
Yes.
were you warm? Because you certainly look chilly to me.
I am preparing to put the suit on. Those things are hot.
Yeah. You do know these fit over armor, right? It's why
Yes.
I'm not standing here in my skivvies.
I run hot. And
Yes,
it's
you do.
I'll be fine.
Davis,
Yes.
what's the plan?
I stay here. Keep an eye on
Mhm.
things. I already tried to
Mhm.
talk to Mother about the unidentified, whatever the fucks are over there, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I understand why you're always pissed off.
Thank you,
And
Davis.
yes. And won't tell me how many or what is over and nothing. So I do suggest that maybe you might ask her.
The problem is, I was having trouble with that too. You might have to keep an eye on scans and work around the problem. You know, there's always, well, almost always a loophole. Mother, why can't we scan for the life forms?
Interference prevents scanning life forms aboard ship.
What is interfering with the scans?
Insufficient information.
Mother, I want you to inform us the moment you know what is interfering with your scans, and we can fix it.
Affirmative.
If there is any information that will help us do what the company wants us to do, inform us. If we don't need to know the reason because of whatever you're thinking in that deep, dark brain of yours, just give us the information so we can do what the company wants anyway. All right, Mother?
Affirmative.
Great. Make sure that's coming to my comms and Davis's comms only. All right, Mother?
Affirmative.
That's wonderful. Davis, let me know if you have any problems with her.
I'll
Davis?
try not to be too
Ugh.
much of a distraction because I always have problems with Mother.
For a moment there, I thought you were also only answering yes and no questions. All right.
No.
Miller, give me an observation roll, please.
An observation roll, which is when I go to my skills and I go down the line and I find the observation thing and I click on it. There we go.
Okay. Everything looks fine.
Great. I'm sure it is.
Everything is fantastic.
Indeed.
100% on
Wonderful.
board. You know, I know the plan. You know the plan. Put my
It's
suit
great.
on. We're good.
Davis, let me help you with your suit.
That would be actually very helpful.
Great.
Thank you.
Are you
Why,
helping
you're
Davis
the
put on the
best.
suit?
I am helping Davis put on the suit.
Give me another observation, please.
Okay.
Ignore panic. That's okay, but you have a
Okay.
success.
Great.
You is that minty alcohol you smell? What?
Davis,
Yes.
I understand. At this point, since you don't have your medication, that you are coping like
I
that
am.
one time near Section 5. Do you also remember what happened? I need you to focus very much, and if you need anything on the deck while we're over there, I want you to prep it now, because I need you to be here, and then I need you to be there if we have to go. So make sure you have everything you need. I'm just need you to get the job done, all right, Davis?
Are you telling me that I can grab my bottle and you're not going to judge me for it?
Davis, there is a lot of money on the line. Yes, that is what I am telling you. This
this is-
once, Davis.
You are the best. Because
Remember that, would you?
I absolutely am going to stick to the plan and do whatever you want. I know there's a lot of money, and I just want my medication and a good time.
Just
Got
one
you,
thing,
boss.
Davis.
Yeah.
If for any reason you're in zero gravity and such, please do not open your helmet to take a drink. All right? That's all I need.
So, valid point. I did need that reminder because I probably would have done that.
No, don't, Davis. I'm going to unroll
I'm
an
pulling.
observation here, so I don't hear
You-
you.
I'm pulling your leg. It's fine. It's fine. Vanessa, it's fine. Everything is fine.
All right, Davis. I'm headed over. If you need to tell me anything, directly talk to me. All right?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm going to go run and grab my bottle. A little too happy about it.
Yes. I'll head down to the docking station.
I swear,
after
you
she
guys,
comes.
you guys are trying to throw as much at me as you can on this.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's only a pilot flying, I don't know, a 80-ton ship with a
Yeah.
nuclear reactor as an engine and drinking directly from a bottle of whiskey.
Obviously, you weren't there for Section 5.
I was not there for Section 5.
If she
and
wasn't
I'm
naked then,
glad.
she is now.
I'm
I'm
glad
not
I wasn't
naked.
there
I am not naked.
yet.
I have my suit on.
There's a reason Davis is my pilot. I must trust her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh.
I have a bit of a
die
soft
by
spot.
my hand. It'll be fine.
Okay.
For blood alcohol content.
Yeah, mother's numbers can't go that high. Okay, so let's go back. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so Captain, you're heading over to the Cronus, is that correct?
Once I know Davis is settled in, yes. And do I need the suit in my
You do
on?
not need the suit on because
Okay.
you have the umbilical connected, and you've already had.
Sorry, in my
Rye come over.
inventory.
Oh, you should carry it with you. Well, it's up to you if you want to carry it with you.
Didn't Cham suggest we wear them?
Yes,
He
I
did.
did.
Okay, then I will follow my crew's advice, my expert's advice.
I don't
Oh.
see the.
If I don't have to put on the helmet, I'll just keep that hooked on my belt.
Okay. All right. There was a question. You don't see what?
Oh, because I actually put my suit on too, technically, but I was also going to keep my helmet off.
Okay.
I don't have it in my inventory. How do I search for?
I will add it to your inventory. Please hold. You're
Thank you,
right.
Mother.
I think that means we should all ask, do we need to have the helmets as a separate item in the inventory or not?
Well, you have your suit, so
Yes.
that's your helmet is part of the suit, right? Just like your gloves and the boots are also part of that. And let's see, what suit did I give you guys? Let's see, Rye, you're wearing
Apparently not one with a diaper.
Mark 50.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a Mark 50. Let's make sure everybody has the same thing.
Yep. IRC Mark 50.
Yep. So Davis, that is in your inventory right now. And let's add that over to Miller. Miller, that is also in your inventory.
Okay.
Put it on. Just in case. It's my Captain Watts.
Okay. So the captain is on the way over. You can see her in the tunnel, pulling herself and heading over to the Cronus. We have a couple of folks over there. So Cham, Rye, Wilson, what are you guys doing?
I went to go get more oxygen so I don't die.
Go ahead and upgrade your oxygen back up to 5, please.
So are they on their way over here, Cham?
It won't let me.
Okay, I'll do it.
Cham at least is just making sure everything's ready to breach the door, and I'm actually getting a little impatient, so I get on the car and say, Captain, would you like me to wait for you before we crack the Cronus open?
No, go ahead. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Don't we need to wait until they are in the umbilical force first?
There is air in the umbilical.
Oh,
Currently.
they are. Oh, well, that's fine and dandy.
I'm just worried about the air in the ship, so I'm waiting for Rye to come back. Sorry.
Yeah, I suppose that could be an important thing. We never know. It's been a drift. Actually, looks like not a drift, but out of character. When we came up on it, you had described that we came up on from behind its engines. Were the engines on, or was it just doing what a ship would do in the vacuum of space? It had been set in motion and keeps in motion. Is that what was going on? The engines weren't actually on, right?
One of the engines was, you could tell it was probably at minimum output. The other engines were off.
The other engines were what?
Off. Were not functioning.
Interesting. Okay.
It still says my air is 3 instead of 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to edit it right now.
Oh,
It's not.
is it-
It's not even letting me edit it. I'm like, what?
I'm just gonna die.
Tonight has been the night for. I still haven't fixed my audio issue, but that's all right. I'm
Mother.
making do.
Mother, give her the oxygen. Give her the oxygen, Mother.
Unable to comply. No.
No, Mother.
Mother, no.
All right. Well, we're going to
Hey, I'll
remember that
survive
you
with
have
3.
5.
We're good. We're good.
That is weird that it won't even let me change it. I don't understand. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
We all
So,
know.
oh, you know what? I bet I know why. There
Why?
it is. Because you have to do it in your inventory. There, I changed it
Thank you.
because it's an item on your suit.
Oh, okay. Now that I know that, okay. Thank you.
There,
Fair enough.
All right.
I would have probably messed that up too.
I see it. Ignore me.
Okay. So, what are we doing?
So
I thought we were already covered that they're coming across and we're waiting
Yeah.
for them.
Okay. Well, they make it across.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
my air back.
So you do not see Davis here.
okay. I look at the captain like, Captain, you might want to put on your helmet for this. We don't know what the air in the Kronos is going to be like.
Got it,
Or if there's
Cham.
going to be air.
Davis, seal the pilot's area. Make sure that there's nothing. Seal all the ship doors other than what we need in the docking station. I'll put on my helmet.
Mother, you heard the drill. Shut all the doors. Seal me in. Give me oxygen.
If I have a question, if the captain didn't have her helmet on, should we assume that Davis also does not?
Davis does not have her helmet on, but hopefully the doors of the entire ship will keep her safe.
If she
So-
remembers to shut them.
Mother will help.
I asked
Shut the
Mother
door.
to shut the door. Mother, I'm gonna look around, make sure all the doors are shut. Did you hear? Are the doors shut, sealed, ready to go? Keep me oxygenated.
So the doors start sealing within the Montero.
Thank you,
All right, Cham.
Mother.
Good.
But now I'm confused. Just so I can picture what's going on. Davis is in the airlock of the Montero, or she's in the umbilical, or she's on the ship.
She's on the ship.
She's on the Kronos with the other three of us. That would be myself, Rye,
No.
Wilson,
Davis isn't on the
and
Kronos.
Davis
oh,
is
Davis,
the
sorry,
pilot.
Davis
She's
is the pilot,
piloting.
right?
Pilot is pilot.
She's on the ship, right? Sorry,
I'm
my
on the
mistake.
OG ship. In case
Right,
they
so she's
go
on the OG
awry.
ship, but you had her go ahead and suit up just in case, right?
Correct. But I don't have my
Okay.
helmet on, but I'm sealed in.
Okay, all right.
So
Thank
I
you for
can-
clarifying.
Yeah.
No metagaming here. He doesn't know. Somebody went private communications on this. Come on.
Oh, that is true.
No, I'm just wanting to picture this for
Yeah.
myself, not for my
Yeah.
character.
Oh yeah. Okay, so all the doors on the Montero sealed. They are. It
Yeah.
is completely sealed up, airtight.
Oh man. Cool.
Rye, it's
I'm
your
on
game.
it. Yep.
All right, give me a comm.
Please be good.
And we're going to ignore the stress again because you're just opening a door. But so you do get a success on that. And the door opens. You hear the hiss of air as old air, pressurized air, and whatever air we have inside of this umbilical meet up there. Dust and particles just come flying out across all of your helmets. You feel the temperature drop in the airlock that you're in quite severely as that door is opening up and the pressure is stabilizing between the two. There are no lights that you can see from here. Again, you're in the airlock looking in as the door is sliding open. It's only going to take a few seconds. It's pretty slow. It's grinding away. It is really, really loud because it's probably been 75 years or so since these were last used.
Okay. Mother.
You're
sorry. Go ahead.
just to call out, your helmets do have lights built into it. So one
Okay.
central one right up at the top. I would
Okay.
say you would probably activate these.
Would
Yes.
have already.
Yeah, you would have when you got into the dock and it was pitch black in there.
Beep boop.
Okay. Before we continue, Garrus, is this the start of Act 2 or Act 2 is a little later, just to confirm?
We are not at Act 2 yet.
Okay, fine. Just want to confirm. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Not a death
All
con
right.
too.
Mother, where would the power source on a ship of this size be? Or rather, on this class of ship?
Good question.
Because we need to make our way there to figure out the power situation.
So, Mother replies, lower deck, Charlie.
Where are we now,
Okay.
Mother?
Upper deck, Alpha.
Thank you.
Do we have a map of the place, or are we going in
I mean,
blind, essentially?
You're still inside the airlock.
Yes.
So,
All right, everyone, inside we go. Let's get this sealed in. Take a look at what we have.
Okay.
all right, you should all see a new map. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm going to add everyone in here. Just give me a moment.
Above table,
Okay.
Garrett, should we be seeing the other stuff besides us?
You should be seeing, yes. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty.
So
What
where
you do
is-
see, so while you're here, you do see a computer terminal here that has the old DOS cursor just flashing there. If you look down, there's very, very little lighting in this passageway. Is anyone looking around or?
So can you tell me where we're at?
Yeah,
Looking
you
around.
you actually, I would say you're probably over here. You're going to be in this
Okay,
room.
thank you.
So this is your airlock.
Okay.
So, what's the
let's
visibility
see.
with the lights on our suits? Is it pretty crappy?
It is quite crappy. You can probably see around 10 feet in front of you, and it's directly in front of you.
So since this is a junction, did we come up those stairs to this?
Nope, it's a junction because you walked in through an inner airlock door. So inside of this room, there's a stairwell going downstairs. There's a computer terminal and the door to the airlock itself.
Gotcha.
All right, Cham. Good idea to check for power. Remember, we want to see if this thing can fly, what happened, and how to get this load home. It looks like that's a computer terminal up ahead. Let's get Mothers connected.
So the computer terminal is actually right in the same room that you're at.
Perfect.
You haven't really gone in the ship. You're like, you opened up the airlock. You're in, well, really
A hallway?
this one, a room meant for prepping and either getting into the airlock and being sealed in or going downstairs, since you're at the top. And the computer that's right there. So like the mud
Right.
room, if you want to look at it that way.
Would this version of Mother also be voice activated?
You don't know.
Mother, status report. Oh wait, yes or no? Can you give me a status report?
Well, aren't we talking to our other mother in our helmets?
Yeah.
I
So
just heard you.
Mother responds, no changes to status.
Not you. I'm trying to talk to the other ship. Shut up for a moment. Mother of the Kronos. Can you hear me? Cham?
Yes, boss. Yes,
Can you can you connect to this and see what to do to talk to Mother? I'm so used to technology of this day.
I'm afraid that's Rise. Rise.
I'm so sorry.
effective.
Yes, right.
Rise.
You're both so talented. I forget.
Oh, gee, you're gonna make me blush, boss.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
let me see
problem.
if I can get this bucket going.
Don't
I'm gonna
waste
start
oxygen,
looking
Rye.
for.
Not to be obtuse, but is there a panel nearby that would tell us if there's breathable oxygen here on this ship?
Well, I'm hoping we can connect to Mother and she can give us a full status of the ship, plus how
Oh.
to get around.
That's probably the wisest idea.
All right. So who's going to the computer?
Me.
Okay.
It's me.
So in this part, unfortunately, I cannot show you in Foundry. I need you to actually watch the stream, please.
Okay.
And as you're at the computer, this is what you see.
Oh,
Can I be looking over her shoulder?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Clark Reynolds was a security officer of some kind?
Looks like it. Kind of look over my shoulder at him like, you mind? Gonna see if I can pull up the map or can I pull up anything
Just
from the
just
map
tell
or the
me.
personnel?
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, go with the map. Maps are great.
There's your map.
Looking at the map, looking to see that where we are is where we are. Float over to deck B. Oh, okay, there's the air scrubber shaft. Or can you scroll down so I can see the rest of it? Okay, deck B. Deck B is comm station, which is basically right below us. Stairwell, living area. Oh my god, I need glasses now. Med lab. Okay. Guys, you might want to take a look at this, just in case I forget.
Sorry, my stream has frozen. So
Oh,
you'll
no!
have to relate it to me. You'll have to relate it to me, I'm afraid.
Here, I'm going to make
It's
it
a map!
Hold on.
A map!
Let me make it easy for you. I'm going to give you all the information on Discord. So hold on a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good.
It looks like there are quite a few science stations on that level.
Yes. All right.
And I'm going to ask, please do not read ahead. The link is in the Discord. But
Gotcha.
Yes.
okay, so you're looking at the maps.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Move into the Junction Comm Center. What we need is the comm station then, which is right below us. Okay, deck C, please.
Deck C. Reactor relay control. That's where we want to go. At least that's where I want to go. To get power back up here.
All right. Well, one thing that I'm suspecting, since this is a company ship, we might not have access to everything we need, which means that we're probably going to need some way of getting through things. I see there's a mother station, but if it's like our ship, it's going to have a key card like I have, which means that we should probably find the crew and the crew quarters, check in on them.
Deck D.
I should be able to help with clearances. I would think, perhaps. We'll do our best.
We'll see.
Should we look at the most recent mail that she's brought up, just in case?
Give me a minute. Stop being a pushy. Hold your horses.
Fine.
We'll start going through some mail. All of us are dead. Fate, thank you. Oh, Android react. Woo, Yep. Can
Anything
we
of
start with the all
value?
remaining personnel? Please. I am totally reading it out to the crew.
What is that about xenomorphs now?
What about creatures? Yeah.
Wilson, do
Hey,
you know
boss.
anything about this?
This is a bit more complex than
This is above my pay grade.
This is...
well, but I mean, it's been 73 years, so we should be all right, I would think. How could a life form survive without food or air or water for 73 years, right? I mean,
About
we
that.
have to think about.
What do you mean about that?
Yeah, we need to get back to, to get this big payday. We should at least investigate and make sure that this ship is salvageable. If not, then well, we'll make our own way.
I think we should play it very, very safe. We are getting what we need of value off this ship, no matter what. However, we need to be incredibly careful, or else none of us gets anything. Do you understand?
Well, of course. I mean, uh, I can't very well get a big payday for you or myself if we don't make it back alive. Now can I?
Wilson, did
So
you know anything about this?
I know that the materials that were on board this ship were one of the reasons why they wanted us to get this ship, but there was no indication that there was some sort of living creatures that had threatened the crew. What's that next email? What does that have to say?
Right. I'm activating that LED light
Did,
right now.
did you just push the
You're
trigger?
doing what?
She said,
I've turned on his LED light on his harness, so it's activated.
Okay. Wilson, I need you to give me a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Please hold. Roll me a survival check, please.
A survival check?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. You hear a beep on inside of your suit, and all of a sudden, a really hot burning sensation on your chest, right where that harness was meeting up. You start getting a burning, intense burning happening right there, right now.
So let me get this straight. There's a harness on my body, but it would have been disconnected for us to actually get. There's no like hole through the suit.
The harness
So-
is inside your suit.
Mm-hmm.
That is the
But
harness.
she's got a remote control that
Mhm.
I don't know about. But I'm feeling this burning because she
No,
activated it.
she showed
I
you.
showed it to you.
She told you.
Right.
And she told you what? Rye, can you repeat what you had said?
Oh yeah, that I would activate it, and that if you went further than 60 feet away from me, you would explode.
Just because she said it doesn't necessarily mean that I would believe it.
Well, now you have a burning sensation on your chest.
You did. You rolled for that and said, "Yup."
I don't remember making her any rolls.
You
but
had
okay.
Cham roll and investigate, and Sham's like, "Yep," and you're like, "Okay, yup."
And you assisted.
Yeah, I had Cham
Yeah,
roll.
I did check, and I said there's absolutely it'll do exactly what she said, and there's no there's no threat to you.
Right, but he didn't have me roll an observation.
Right. I
at
had
all.
said you would have to take it off to do the observation on it, but you did assist him in it. So he did have like one extra die for an assist.
So can I observe that this burning sensation is going to like literally burn my skin, or is it just warming it?
You're inside of a suit, and this is burning you on the inside of that suit.
That's what I'm asking. Is it burning my flesh, like actually damaging me, or is it just warm?
It is very warm. It is uncomfortable warm.
Can I like scooch around so that it's not?
Oh yeah, you can scooch around. You're still in a suit, so you're kind of moving the suit around, but it's on you.
All right. Now, if you plan to just kill me off, then do it now, and none of you get anything.
what do you mean?
She put a bomb on me. At least that's what she claims. I didn't actually believe it was a bomb because I'm not stupid. But I'm feeling quite a bit of burning sensation on my chest right now.
This is not the time, Wilson. She didn't put a bomb on you.
And
So
reading
what is it that's
emails.
literally burning my flesh right now?
Yeah, you observe he is really uncomfortable. Exactly what he said. He's kind of like grabbing his suit, trying to move around. I mean,
Right, check his
honestly,
suit.
Wilson, you probably have a smell of burning flesh.
Oh no, whatever the sound that Bob makes. And turn it off. I turned the LED off.
Can someone check to find out if there's some sort of air so I can take this suit off? If there's no air, I'm just gonna have to take it. But
Rye, what was that? Someone check the air. Rye?
Us. Save the emails for later. Looks we're gonna have to go to Deck C and Deck B to get anything back on.
The suit, Rye.
You want me to take his helmet off?
No. Oh. Rye, is he in danger? What is
He's
happening?
not in danger. I'm gonna
it sure
go over and
certainly
look.
feels like danger. I can smell my flesh burning.
So I will give you an option.
Mhm.
You are still connected to the Montero. So if you don't feel like, if you're like, I need to get out of here, right? The doors are open. So the ships are openly connected. You can make it to the Montero, into the airlock over there. And then, Mother did close the doors. So you would have to close the outer door and then open the inner, but then it would let you in. So you can try that, or you can stay here.
Waterlogged the wires. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back to the Montero and pull this this prank off. I'm gonna run back. I'll be back
Hold
and
that.
support you as best as I can, since I don't want to take my suit off and die instantly without oxygen here. Or it could be contaminated air of some kind. Who knows?
Do we have any way of scanning the air now? Hold, Wilson.
You do not have any ways at this time.
Get back as soon as you have that harness off.
Indeed, I will. I will be right back. I'm gonna book it across.
It's going to take you a
make
few
it
minutes.
You make it about 60 feet and you're still tethered to me.
Well, no, but we had to take that off because you can't tether through the spacesuit. There's no holes in the suit.
Yeah, you're able to make it over to the Montero. It's going to take you a few minutes because you're really uncomfortable to close the door and then let it pressurize, open the inner door, take off your suit, and then we're going to get back to that. All right, so it's going to take you a few minutes there. You're not taking any health damage. It's just a really strong burning sensation right in that center area. And of course, you smell the burning flesh.
Yep, I gotcha. Good first degree burn, like a bad sunburn or worse. All right. Well, I'll get over to the Montero as quickly as I can.
Okay.
And say, right, I hope that chocolate comes out the wrong way when you got to go take a shit later.
All right. Davis, you're hearing all this communication. Again, open comms. How you doing over there? You got AC/DC blaring, don't you? You're just right.
Music is blaring, and like every 30 seconds. Mother, how about now? Can you tell me more about those unidentified creatures over there? Okay, how about now, Mother? How about now, Mother? And she's like pacing. Kind of like definitely tweaker status. Come on, Mother. You can tell me. I have the authority. The captain gave me the authority for you to tell me what you're seeing over there. I don't understand. And just that loud pacing back and forth, and then doing push-ups and just waiting as with all her might, waiting to go over there, doing literally anything to distract herself from the fact that she is waiting.
Okay. All right. How long are you going to keep that up? Give me minutes wise. About how long do you think? And every time you ask Mother the question, I know you're repeating it like every few seconds, the answer stays the same. There is no change to the answer.
How long have they been gone now? For
They've only been gone a few minutes. I would say probably close to, let's see, she had to go downstairs, go across the umbilical, open the door, climb out there, probably close to 10 minutes. You okay? Okay.
She's, there's a pause there. She looks at her whiskey bottle. And then she does some field sobriety tests on herself. You know, where, like, on one leg. Just to test.
You seem to be okay. You're able to touch your nose.
And then, like, the one-legged stand, heel to
Yeah,
toe
well, you know,
test.
the ship is rolling. You're in space. You're not on a planet. So that's probably why you're kind of, you know, tilting back and forth. Right? It's the ship's fault, not you.
And I take another swig.
Okay.
I'm now 4 shots deep, by the way.
That's, wow. So remove that stress.
Yeah, that's a wow.
Right? The stress has gone down. Every time it goes down by 1. But you're also at you're at -4 for almost everything right now. You're happy. You are so happy. Do you have music blaring? I assume you do have music blaring.
Absolutely have music blaring.
Okay. How loud did you put the music?
I can still hear Mother.
Okay.
Kinda. But the more she pisses me off, I end up turning it up a little bit more.
All right. That sounds good. So you've heard the communications back and forth. You know that you've got Wilson on the way back. Maybe, well, I don't know. You said you turned it up pretty loud and you can only barely hear Mother. You know what? Give me a contact roll. And let's ignore stress on this. Actually, it would be contact. You're pretty out there right now. Give me an observation. That'll be better. So you did hear chatter on the radio, and you've heard Wilson talk about burning and a smell, and kind of going back and forth, Miller and Rye and Wilson.
When I know he's coming back, I'm just gonna like go up to the window at the door to look, see if I could see him.
Okay. That sounds good.
Utterly distracted now.
Totally distracted? Okay. Yeah, and you could see exactly what Stormy was just doing. You see Wilson just kind of pulling himself forward ring by ring across that. Going really slow, obviously. Doesn't have a lot of experience with that. But moving, so you can see through the little windows as he's making progress back over to the ship.
Dickhead.
All right. We're going to go back over to the Cronus as we have Wilson on the way back over there. So we've got Miller, Cham, and Rye. Actually,
Hi.
you want folks? How about do you guys need a break?
I would like a short break, yeah.
All right. How long do you guys want?
I should be good with 5 minutes.
Everyone else?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good to me.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. It's 25 after. Let's be back at past, and we'll continue.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll see everyone then.
Goodbye.